Star Wars Jedi Survivor is about 2 months until release now, and we are going to be going over the main characters in this Jedi Survivor game that has been announced. Now, Jedi Survivor, as we all know, is taking place in 9 BBY and is set around the time of the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series. But now we're going to dive right in with Jedi Survivor as well. It is the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, so it's going to be a really great story, and I think it's going to be an amazing time to play it, to see what exactly is going on with Cal Kestis himself. Now we're going to go through every main character in Star Wars Jedi Survivor characters. So obviously the very first one, BD1. You know, the Star Wars franchise has a history of creating cute, compelling, robotic characters to accompany our main heroes, and Star Wars Jedi Survivor brings back BD1 to cement its legacy alongside other greats like R2-D2 and BB-8. BD1 provides a ton of assistance to Cal throughout his journey in Fallen Order, and we expect more of the same with BD1 dishing out healing aid to Cal, damage to enemies, and a lot more. BD1, you know, obviously is the great, cute, amazing droid that we always love to see and we always have in a Star Wars game, and always in a Star Wars universe or like a show. There's always a droid around, so it's really good and very obvious to have a droid around like BB-1. Now for the new character now in the franchise of this game. His name is called Bode Akuna. Now these are one of the characters that have got fans talking about the most ahead of Star Wars Jedi Survivor's release, without a doubt, and that is Bode Akuna. Displaying characteristics that put him in that Han Solo and Poe Dameron category, Star Wars fans were first introduced to Bode in one of the game's trailers, in which he appears to assist Cal. We learn that he's a good friend to Cal and will also learn to also be an AI companion character at various points throughout Survivor. Now this makes it a very interesting thing as well, because we're going to be obviously probably facing a lot bigger enemies and a lot bigger force, especially if we're going to have a companion. We did have companions in Fallen Order here and there, but not as much, so maybe if we do see Bode a little bit more, this might indicate that this game's going to have a lot more bigger combats, and it's just going to be, you know, crazy. It's going to be immense. It's going to be awesome. I'm very interested to see what backstory he has, because usually in Fallen Order they did go through some of the backstories of the main characters, so I'm hoping that we can see a backstory with Bode and we can find out what's going on with him, what has happened to him to lead up to this point. Now as we move down, obviously the main character of it all, Cal Kestis, you know, he's our hero. He's a shining beacon of hope from the Jedi Order and from Fallen Order. And Cal Kestis was an aspiring Padawan who exceeded his true potential to become a Jedi Knight. So he was one of the Jedis that survived Order 66, as we did see from Fallen Order. If you guys have played it, he was one of the survivors, and it's just great obviously to have him in. He runs the show. The question is obviously that everyone has for this game is that, are we going to see him in TV shows? Are we going to see him, you know, in the next Obi-Wan series? Are we going to see him in maybe the Bad Batch? Maybe it could go down the line. Like it could be so many things. Like, could we see it in Ahsoka? I don't know. Now a returning character from Fallen Order is Saray Junda. Now she is actually Cal's tutor. She was the Yoda to Luke Skywalker and taught the up-and-coming Jedi everything that he knows now as a seasoned Jedi. Saray was a former Jedi Knight herself before aligning with Greedo and joining the Stinger Mantis crew. She's well and truly an ally to Cal's cause and will likely play a huge part in Survivor. Now obviously we did see in the trailer that she was looking like she's in the archives of something. She's looking at memories and Cal is with her, and they obviously experienced a very crazy thing in the first game, meeting Darth Vader, and they did survive obviously, and you know, it's going to indicate their type of feeling and their type of care to the actual universe, what's happening right now in the galaxy. They need to be very careful of what they are doing and what they need to do better. She's a great character. She had a great backstory with Trilla, and I'm looking forward to seeing if she's got a little bit more to her story than just what happened with Trilla. Now for the other returning character is Greedo. We've already seen this Stinger Mantis appear in the earlier footage of Star Wars Jedi Survivor, so we can fully expect to see its pilot and captain. Cal and Grease took a while to warm each other, but by the end of Fallen Order, it's clear that Grease is all for one and one for all when it comes to his team. Doesn't matter the background that they've been in, he is just committed to do the best for his team. And obviously he doesn't have that many cutscenes and doesn't have that big of a role in Fallen Order from last time. He was just the one that we could be moving planets and stuff, but this is obviously a great character. I think there will be a lot more to happen with him, and I potentially have predicted that he is actually going to die in the Jedi Survivor game. Now, and also another returning character from Fallen Order is the Night Sister Meron, another character that took some convincing, arguably a lot more given her run-in with lightsabers in the past. Night Sister Meron would not only go on to become a valuable ally, but she also saves the lives of Kel at the end of Fallen Order. Again, she has not officially been seen in any of the trailers or preview footage, but as a fully fledged member of Kel's crew and potential love interest for the Jedi, expect her to return in the Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So yes, she is not 100% confirmed, but knowing from the crew that have come together, I'm expecting that we're going to be seeing her again. Now for the last character that is confirmed is Ravis. Now Ravis is the character that we have seen in Survivor but don't know much about Ravis, a hulking armored figure who instructs one of his cronies to eliminate Cal Kestis. We imagine we'll be learning a great deal about the individual as we get closer to release, and it's likely the foe will prove to be a thorn in Cal's side during some part of Jedi Survivor. Now it looks like he's going to be our big enemy. He's going to be the one to beat. We don't actually know this. He could turn. I've got no idea, but from the looks of it from the trailer, he's the one that is going to be setting basically the leader of everyone for killing Cal Kestis, and they're going to be on the hunt for us. But yes, very cool character. I'm very interested to see what Ravis has in stock with us. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. It's my first Jedi Survivor video for the year so far. We're going to be banging out so much Jedi Survivor content. If you are a Hogwarts Legacy viewer as well, don't you worry. I'll be still doing Hogwarts Legacy content. I'm just doing the games that I love to do, and Jedi Survivor is definitely one of them that I want to cover. And I'm going to be covering as much content for you guys as possible. So be sure to make sure to like and subscribe, because it's all going to be here on the Fallen channel here. But I really appreciate everyone, you guys watching. But as always, may the Force be with you, always.